So we are closing down the year 2019, and the last video I uploaded, or one of the last videos I uploaded, I talked about how I was going to be giving a speech at a middle school in front of like 50 kids or something like that. So that was for Veterans Day. Now, most of the schools are not, in session during Veterans Day, but this is a private school. For some reason, they don't have it off. Whatever, not the point, not important. So I gave the speech. I had a PowerPoint already prepared. The PowerPoint consisted of just photographs and bullet points, and my idea was going to be thinking of it like a visual essay, have an introduction, a body, and a conclusion, and be able to grab the attention of the person who's reading, or in this case, the listener, maintain their attention, and have one point cascade to another point, and kind of have everything flowing. And it did. I had their attention for 50 minutes. I didn't think I was going to be able to speak that much. In fact, I expected the speech to be like 20 minutes, 15 minutes. But my friend was telling me that him and his peers, the other teachers, were impressed that I was able to hold their attention for that long, that they struggle sometimes to maintain their attention for that long. And I did notice that a lot of the kids were like undivided, like they were focused on my speech. So let's say the earliest, we'll talk about January 2019. So what happened in January 2019 is a show that I worked on for CBS. The show is named SEAL Team. That show aired somewhere like the first or second week of January. And if you guys want to check it out, it is season 2, episode 13. And it's kind of funny because that episode is like based on a submarine. And the person that got me on the job said, hey, production knows that you're on a submarine. They would like for you to kind of keep that low key because the art directors and the art department, they worked really hard on creating the scene to look like a submarine, and they don't want you to be like pointing things out. And I'm like, totally get it. So I did that. But at the same time, a lot of other people that were working that day were also veterans, but most of them were like Army veterans, Marines. I think it was an Air Force guy. There was one submarine veteran that he worked on the first day. I had a chance to talk to him, but then like the rest of the week I didn't see him. So it was kind of funny hearing these other people speak about submarine experience, like what it's like, and I heard there it's like this, well I heard it's like that, and some of the stuff is kind of true, some of the stuff kind of far fetched, like the days underwater, no contact. It has some truth to it, but these guys were like exaggerating. One of the things that I talked about to them, I said it in a way where, no, I don't think it's like that. I think that they do spend some time at sea until their food runs out, for example. And one of the guys was like an E7 in the Army, whatever the rank that is. And that dude just gave me like a scolding ass look, like who the fuck let this motherfucker talk, And I know how people react when I talk to them. They're either friendly or they just want me to stop talking. And I got that from this person in particular. Another guy said that he was in the Army and Special Forces. Cool, respect that. He was straight up telling me, I wasn't even talking to him. I was talking to someone else. He was straight up telling me like, no, man, no, you're wrong. That's not what submarines do. That's not what they do. I'm like, oh, okay. And I knew like, I'm building this up. Like the big reveal at the end is going to be sweet. So this went on for about 5 days. First day was getting wardrobe fitted, making my, being acquainted with everybody. By day 3, day 4, everybody's working hard. We're like a well-oiled machine. Day 5, the last day of shooting on a Friday, I decided to wear my Navy ball cap with my command logo on it. And it was pretty cool. Like I made a really cool, like close friends on set. So I'll talk to them. They had curiosities about my experience on a submarine. And these people that would overhear this conversation were the same people that had told me I don't know what I was talking about. And that, like, for me to stop talking with that, just like a disgusted like response. And it was kind of cool to like see their response when I had the Navy ball hat that had, the submarine command on it, and how these other guys that were talking to me that I was cool with were like amazed by my stories that I said, we share bunks. It's 2 bunks to 3 people. We rotate during our shifts, and the bunks are considered hot racks. It's a matter of fact. That's just how it is, the nature of the command, the way the platform is built. And I said, like, another person's personal hygiene becomes my problem if they're not keeping up with it. So, we kind of reinforce each other. And that was pretty cool. That show aired. I got a chance to see myself on TV, which is pretty cool, but it kind of goes like that. 5 days of working and you only see yourself for like a minute and a half total. It's a good story. So if you guys want to check it out, SEAL Team Season 2, Episode 13. And then we'll fast forward to about November, I would say. Another TV show that I worked on that aired, it was The Connors. Now, that one is Season 2, Episode 3. It's the show with John Goodman. It's the spinoff from Roseanne. When Roseanne, went on and did her own thing, they changed Roseanne to The Connors. And I don't know exactly the story, but The Connors, Season 2, Episode 3, I'm on that one too. You'll check it out. Keep your eyes open. And then there's some shows that haven't aired yet that I can't really talk about. But I got booked on another show. It was a bigger role with like paperwork to sign and stuff. And then the day before they were going to do the shooting, I get a call saying, hey, the executive producer changed your spot. You're going to go to do something else within the show. Do you happen to know anybody? And they asked me if I happen to know anybody that's like my similar size, like height, weight, and jacket size that could fit my position. I was like, yeah, I know somebody. And I said that knowing that I don't immediately have, anyone in mind, but I'm just going to try to reach out to my friends to see if they're busy. Most of my friends are busy or they couldn't make it. They have previous endeavors. One of my buddies was like, I'm not doing anything. I'm going to be playing video games on Sunday. And I was like, all right, perfect, man. You want a job? You want to work Sunday? He's like, oh, yeah, hell yeah. I never acted before in my life. And I said, hey, man, for the thing that they're going to have you do, I think you're pretty familiar with it. And at the same time, I kind of coached them on what's going to happen. And, that's yet to be aired, so we'll wait for that. What else? So this past Thanksgiving was like my 5-year anniversary with being vegan, not eating any meat, any dairy, including milk, yogurt, cheese, sour cream, coffee creamers. Even if the coffee creamer says like non-dairy or half and half, not messing with that. No ice creams, no Doritos or anything like that. No junk food that has any milk. A lot of junk food has dairy. Not even breads that have dairy. Like, I've avoided that stuff. Some of my friends are like really like, it's like I think, oh yeah, Alex is vegan, cool, whatever. They've accepted it. They know what veganism is, and they know that I'm not gonna like change my mind because what they say to me. Unfortunately, there are still people who just don't get it, or they'll giggle when I say, no, it's okay. I don't want to eat that because it has milk in it, and they giggle thinking it's like that I don't know, like I'm missing out on something. But I've never really liked milk that much, anyways. But yeah, I've been vegan for 5 years. It's been requested that I upload some videos on my YouTube channel on like some stuff that I've been making. Sometimes I'll be cooking and I'll upload pictures on my Instagram. My Instagram is going to be right here. Yeah. So the Instagram stories or sometimes the post will contain like vegan cooking for a dish. And I'll do like a sequence of like the prep work, the cooking, and then obviously the serving and the picture that you take of your plate before you eat. So I'm going to be looking into, it's kind of tough really because it's like me doing it by myself. So I'll have to have like a tripod in the kitchen. But then filming and cooking just makes that take extra long. So I'll figure it out. I've done it before. I'll figure it out. Also, another thing that I've been doing with my time is I've been working on my Chevy S10. Picture to the Chevy S10. Now the Chevy S10 overheated and it blew a head gasket. And I thought, okay, it blows a head gasket, no big deal. I'll park it. It's in the middle of school semester. When I get a chance, I'm going to work on it. I slowly took it apart. Finally pulled the heads off 2 days ago. And cylinder number 3 is full of water. Picture, cut 2. Cylinder number 3 full of water. Or it could be cylinder number 2. If it was it was a Ford, it'd be cylinder number 2. If it's Chevy, cylinder number 3, the firing order, whatever. Cut 2, firing order, whatever cylinder number that is. Anyways, that's full of water. The cylinder head is cracked between those two cylinders. And that crack goes from the combustion chamber into the water jacket. Now, that's how the water got into the cylinder. And I'm very lucky I never tried to crank it at home. Like, it would have hydrolocked and it would have bent the rod. It would have caused more damage. Fortunately, I didn't do that. Unfortunately, because I left the water in there so long, it's rusted. So now not only do I have to do the head gaskets, I need to remove the engine from the truck, take it apart, send the block, the crank, and the rods out to get some machine shop work done. Now, if the machine shop says, hey, I need new pistons because the cylinder bore is too damaged, I'm going to go to size up. Unfortunately, it's a 2002 Chevy truck. I don't want to put any performance parts on it because it passes smog and it runs fine. Oh, it ran fine once upon a time. The idea is just to get that thing running because I could use the utility of having a truck bed to transport my things. I have things at my friend's house that I got to pick up because he moved out. After I get the pickup truck running, my Miata, the 93, cut to Miata, that needs a new engine also. Something happened. It's not worth rebuilding that engine when I could get something that has low miles for kind of the similar price, if not cheaper. So with the truck, then I go pick up the engine for the Miata. May or may not be fixing the Nissan Altima. It would be very nice to fix that because my mom's Toyota Camry is like on its last, probably last couple miles. The idea is to fix the Nissan Altima, have my mom start driving that instead, and then get rid of the Toyota. It's a junker. It's got like 250,000 miles. Nissan is still relatively new. However, it needs an engine rebuild. Aluminum head, aluminum block. It's done for. And on top of that, let's talk about 2020. 2020? 2020? Yeah, whatever. Let's talk about year 20. So for year 20, obviously the pickup truck's going to be running. Miata will be running. The Nissan Altima will be running. And the biggest issue also that I face is the roof of the house that I live on needs to be repaired. So we'll be doing that. Can't really do much without the pickup truck running. So with the pickup truck running, I'll be able to haul material back and forth. Also in 2020, I'm going to be taking winter session pre-calculus. It's going to be painful and it's going to kind of keep me from uploading videos. Another video I thought of making was a couple of math videos that some eureka moments that I've come across in my math classes where I'm like, I had never come across this on YouTube. I've never had anyone explain it to me this way. I've recognized patterns in certain formulas and I could just, a cheat sheet, if you will, or a quick tutoring video, 5 minutes for a couple of things that I come across. I will be taking General Chemistry 2. General Chemistry 1 was pretty painful. The instructor was pretty unorthodox in the manner that they had given us our material and graded our classwork. Needless to say, I passed. Kind of shocked, but it was painful, and I never gave up. I've never skipped a class. I never went in late and never left early. And the professor knows who I am. The lab professor knows who I am. I knocked the lab out of the park. The lecture is a little bit weird. The thing about working on my truck and working on the Miata is filming what I'm doing. It's really hard. The reason that it's I'm focused more on fixing the truck, getting it running, than I am filming a YouTube video. I have in the past, but most of those jobs were really straightforward, and I know how to kind of do it, and I could one hand repair and do the camera. With this job, it's pretty stressful, and I've done it before. I'll mount this GoPro on the engine hoist, and I'll just try to get some video that way. But you're going to be watching the video of the back of my head, as I work on the truck, unless I get a magnet mount, and then point the camera down with the magnet. But the repair that I'm going to be doing is just pulling the engine out, ripping the other cylinder head off the driver's side, and a full teardown, taking the parts to the machine shop, having them go through it. Pictures are easier to take when I'm working on the car because I could take a break, take 2-3 pictures, and then go back to work. With filming, it's you kind of need to have a second filming person there. And I'm looking at notes right here, by the way. So I recently passed 500 subscribers not too long, and the number continues to climb. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, that's a milestone. That's something I've been working towards since they changed the monetizing rules. I used to be monetized. I was gonna get my first paycheck, and then they changed the rules right at that cusp of now I qualified for my paycheck, and then they just kind of reset everybody. I understand the economics behind it, not a problem. and I didn't really let that kind of bring me down. So 1,000 subscribers will bring me back up to monetization status, and then by then I'm gonna have like a flow of like how to pump out videos, how to film them, how to edit them, which I'm saying I have a grasp of it now, but the hard part is just getting it done. Like there's so many distractions that are going to be happening in 2020, especially with school. However, the good thing about 2019 is all of my general eds are done. No matter what major that I decide to continue, the general eds are just done across the board. I don't have any other general eds to do. I could take some more classes, but it's just going to be a waste of time. So general eds are done. Now the harder classes are starting to kick in. I'll be taking calculus in 2020, calculus 2. Calc 1, Calc 2, maybe Calc 3 by the end of next year? I have no idea. But it's pretty labor intensive, strenuous, and frustrating. However, the semester coming up, I'm going to have Fridays that are going to be available for me to do something like that. So I could probably dedicate my Fridays to filming something on YouTube. Again, we'll see. Reading the comments, looking at view counts, looking at subscriber counts. Again, all these factors kind of work into how I prioritize my time and what I need to focus on. Obviously, school's gonna get number one priority. Oh, my fucking sound turned off. Fridays, I would like to dedicate for YouTube. Whether it be filming, editing, uploading. Would it be nice to upload every Friday? That could be a really good goal, actually. One of my things that I struggle with is since I've been going to school, I've been doing physical activity less and less. I used to rock climb, and now that I had class 5 days a week, I didn't really like doing much on the weekends. I did try to rock climb in the mornings on Saturdays and sometimes Sundays, but it's tough. It's gonna be tough getting back into that. I could probably make like a day one. Fuck putting numbers on days. Like with the holidays, everyone just sits down and just gorges on carbs and alcohol and, beer. And that's what I've done. So needless to say, it looks like it. So my goal would be to get back in shape, get back to running. Like I used to run every day, like 2 years ago, 2017, 3 miles every day, 5 days a week. That would be awesome. I do have winter classes in the evening, so maybe in the mornings I could start my day with a 3-mile run. I know I have a route, and I've already kind of measured it. Another thing that I wanted to do was really just try to fine tune and lean out my workflow when it comes to filming and editing and uploading. Have something written out, and then film it, upload it, and just kind of hey, this is what I've been up to. Sometimes I look back on my own videos and I watch them just to see what goals that I set for myself and how close I've come to meet them. So yeah, I could talk about these goals. And again, this is kind of like a freestyle structure. All I have in front of me is a book with some bullet points, and they're all over the place, and I jump around. It'd be cool to have something chronologically, start to finish, beginning, body, conclusion. But this is super organic, and if I start overthinking it, then it's never going to get done. Just at the end of it, just work more. Working in film, it's not like I have a schedule every single day where I get to clock in and clock out 9 to 5. It's hey, are you available to work this day? You say yes, say no, cool. Or there's job postings that fit my profile, height, weight, color, hair. Again, where does that fall into priority of where I'm going to spend my money? Because my truck's not running, I need the Miatas be running, and the roof needs to get fixed. Most importantly, the highest priority would just be getting good grades. And just keep cleaning the house and keep cleaning my room and clean every area that I work and then flourish in. That's pretty reasonable. That's not an unachievable thing. So, yeah, that kind of concludes everything that I've talked about, that I've written down, that I wanted to discuss. I want to say thank you guys again for watching this video. This does mean a lot to me. As a transitioning veteran, even though I got out of the Navy 5 years ago, my mind is always how I used to work in the Navy, the camaraderie I had with my peers around me, and the always being busy. Holiday season, I hate the downtime. I understand everyone's busy with their families, I get it, but during the holiday season in the military, you're still working and you're still around your peers and you bond with them really well. So going from the Navy to a civilian to like the transition and like the struggle and like the feeling of like I need to finish something, I need to accomplish something in order to make, to feel whole again. Not having anything to do during the holiday season, it's like, what do I do? I hate it. Everything's closed. Like, so the thing about submarines is like you look forward to eating a great meal and that cheers you up. The places that I want to eat are closed. They're closed for the holidays. Some places are closed 2 weeks, a month. And other places have holiday hours, which, I understand. I just, would it be nice for me to be able to just sit down and eat, not have to worry about cleaning dishes or anything like that. And then another thing is like camaraderie, like building your circle of friends and maintaining that. So this is where YouTube comes into play. YouTube takes care of all three of those facets. I mean, except the eating part. Oh, come on. So with like working on something, establishing a goal, accomplishing that goal, and seeing the results, that's what YouTube is for me in a nutshell. I have an idea, I film it, and I edit the video, I upload it, and then the feedback comes in either in person from my friends that have seen it or through the comments from people that I've never met, but who, wish great success. Some people have been very positive, and like I read every comment. It's awesome. Like every time there's a notification on there, I check. There's another subscriber, and I check on their channel. I'm like, oh yeah, who is this person? Awesome. Pleased to meet you. It's like shaking someone's hand at a bar. Like it's a great feeling to just connect with somebody. YouTube fills that void. But again, I want to say thank you guys for subscribing. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. And if you have a question, drop it in the comments. That's really it in a nutshell. Thank you guys.